This is Kinza in the motherland. Bare feet dancing on our own red sand.
Good morning, YouTube. I'm back. Yes, another day. I did a lot yesterday, and man, remember, guys, I need some liquid fertilizer. I need to water with these. I just water the plants. I'm gonna let that drain for a little and then go back, because when you're fertilizing, the plants need to be wet so the nutrients could go in and soak in good. We can't have dry soil and then they're not absorbing the water. So I'm going to let that drain a little so the soil could be moist, and then I'm going to add, let me show you guys my mixture. It looked like it fermented really good. So this is my mix. Oops, there's the mixture. Let me go in. Let's see how well. Ooh, yes. So I'm going to add more water to this, dilute it, and maybe I'll have some for the next day. See those bubbles? It's nice and fermented, nice and dark from the charcoal. I need a piece of net to strain it in another bucket and dilute it. Nice mixture. Fertilizing my plants. So I put this bag over a bucket, and then I'm going to throw this in there to see if this bucket is going to take the big particles out. I could go down there and get a net, but I said let me use this bag. I have these here to take the big particles of stuff I got in here out. It's working, but it's taking long. Oops, some of it came on the side, my legs. Ugh. Touch my skin. So this is some potent stuff. Okay, I'm going to add water, dilute it a couple times. I could use this for a couple days. I'm going to throw this over in the compost with my goat manure compost over here. And then I don't know if I should fertilize now or later in the evening, because I did put some water, so I might fertilize in the evening. So having the pallet in here is a good thing, because all the poop sits right underneath the pallet, and all this leaves and crap from their food and everything goes underneath the pallet. And after a few days I just sweep it out and put it in my pile, so it looks good. Some nice fertilizer here. So from the chickens being in here now, I have chicken poop and goat poop mixed here. What a mixture. Then I'm going to cover it to keep the chickens out of it so it could decompose. So that's the stuff I made the fertilizer with, that I just dump on top here. Then I'm going to cover it up with the rubber so the chickens don't get to it and it will decompose. I diluted the fertilizer, and when I'm ready to fertilize, I'm going to put it in this smaller bucket and fertilize the smaller plants and the bigger plants in the containers. It's for my container mostly, because when you're in container you need fertilizer. So I just water. I think I'm going to fertilize in the evening so they'll have time to absorb the nutrients. I'm going to do this like every 3 days. Use this fertilizer to fertilize the plants in the containers. Went to the junction in my car to buy feed, and guess what? Alternator messing up again. So we on the side of the road. I'm by this little shop that I found some nice cold water. So those guys I had here yesterday, they're a joke. They ain't coming back. You can't trust people around here sometimes because they say they come in, they ain't coming. They do have job, they want more money, and don't want to go to work. So I don't want those back. Those type of people back. They just did this little piece. I tell you. But I'm looking to see. We had some flowers. They might be opening, but none open yet. And those that I pollinate, I'm hoping get fruit. Since those first set of fruit, I can't see any new ones coming. You know what I'm saying? So 4 o'clock, the sun is still so hot. These flowers have to be opening around like 3, because I was down here around probably like 12, 1-ish, and they weren't open. Now there's a lot of flowers open. So I have a lot of pollinating to do today again. I'm hoping to get more fruit. So let's see. If I go, and I'm going to see if I could harvest some peppers today. I have a lot of peppers. I need to make some fertilizer, not fertilizer, some spray. But my cabbage and stuff is gone, so I ain't really have much to spray. But I ought to harvest the peppers anyway. These beautiful flowers. Look how much flowers are open today. Oh my, I have so much flowers that I pollinated today. Hopefully I get more fruit. I think I already did those. Yeah, you could see the pollen dust. So this side, there's such beautiful flowers, look. And forget the ones on top. But I'll be happy for what I get. Guess what I found in the passion fruit tree? Oh, snails! These snails is everywhere, even in the passion fruit tree. Okay? 4 o'clock down here is still too hot for me. Oh, those birds got out. Ah, man. I heard them flapping around. They got out to the feed that I already put out. These adventurous too. Can't wait, right? In the other food, this must be a rooster, but the corn looking like a hen. Guys, whew. I have to take a break, man. When I come down here 4 o'clock, it's still too hot. It's just because, and it's a good thing I came down. I had a lot of flowers to pollinate. I want fruit, so I'm pollinating as much as I can. A lot of flowers today. So, and I need to pick peppers. It's too hot. After I come out that chicken coop, at this time feeding, I came down a little early, but some of the birds don't know the time to eat, and they were done coming through the net. When they start getting older, let me tell you, these chicks are like, they go through the stages. They grow very fast from an egg. From the time they fertilize, they develop. It takes 21 days for them to come out, and they just grow by the week. They grow. But they have the temperament. When they're day old, they're like infants. When they're a few weeks old, they're like toddlers. It's like these set are like teenagers. They're 8 weeks, okay? Early teens. They're like the early teens, okay? Giving you a hard time. They're sneaking out. They're sneaking out through the back door. Oh man, the birds. No, they fly on top of me. They know me. When Super Shady go in there, they run away easily. They don't come at him like They know me. When they come, when I open that door, they come rushing. They even fly on top of me. These are the younger ones. They're the toddlers. Okay. So I'm tired when I get out that chicken coop because it's hot this time of the day, man. I know you guys probably tired of hearing that, but it is what it is. Until you get land foot here on the ground and you experience it, you will be saying, oh, I see what they're talking about. This is dry season and hot season, so it's really, really hot. Yesterday I started cramping. My fingers was like stuck like this, and I was doing something in the kitchen, cutting. And I remember those days I used to cramp a lot in my joints, cutting, doing things in the kitchen. Well, yesterday I was cramping. I had to take a ORS. If you're from Ghana, you know what an ORS is. An ORS is like something for electrolytes for diarrhea, if you know, but it's like Gatorade and without the sugar and without all the additives, coloring and all that. You know, they give it to you at the pharmacy. So they had a time when I was needing it a lot when I first came, not drinking enough and eating the right foods to replenish my sodium and potassium and stuff. So I buy a whole box, but they've been there too long because I don't use them as much. And I had brought some Gatorade packets, which the ORS is better because it's natural. I don't have any additives, but it doesn't taste as good. But today I'm drinking a flavored water. I don't, you have to replenish. And I've been out here yesterday the whole day, so my fingers were cramping even though I was drinking water. So I plan to use my liquid fertilizer this evening. So let's see how that goes, because let me tell you, in the evening and I have to give the chicks more water. How hot it was today. When it's hot, I have to give them more water in the evening. Some days when it's cool, I don't need to give them extra water, but when it's hot, I have to give them more water. So I have to give them more water today. Today is one of those days, so I have to go down there with some more water. So I'm trying to cool off and let the sun set some more, and hopefully I get to fertilize my plants with my liquid fertilizer. But I have to dilute so it doesn't burn my plants because it's strong. All right, see you guys soon. Look how much peppers. And look, she know the camera to be on. Matilda, she like the look right in the camera. Half of the trees getting knocked over, so I have to harvest some of these peppers. It's too much. Snails everywhere. Snails, look, that's what destroying my garden. I'm gonna see if I can make a remedy for them now. Here I go. I'm going to stir this up first before I mix it, dilute it some more in this bucket. Nice and chocolatey now. Use this. Nice and smelly. Now I'm going to add the rest water. I don't want it to burn my plant, so I have to dilute it. So I'm pouring one scoop. Like, this plant is dry.
dancing in the doorway, goats laughing at the birds in flight on Kinzaa's little farm in Africa.
And
Every
each
day a brand new
plant.
song, Matilda. Houdini running around the garden. This is where her wild heart belongs. Some days hot, some days stormy, but the kettle always sings. Kinzaa, tiny story of all the joy
Guys,
this country brings.
I'm done. I gotta go put the goats in. I'm itchy. I went down there in the bush and now I'm itchy. So I'm done. I've had cooling off a little bit. I fertilize my plants. Hopefully they live through this fertilizer. And I put it on everything. The second one I diluted some more and put it on my smaller seedlings. So let's see. If they're flat tomorrow, I know what I did. So anyway, let me go and get these goats in so I could go up and shower. Thank you guys for watching the video all the way to the end. I appreciate it. I'm in need of some farm hands around here. So if you hear anything out there, let me know. DM me or WhatsApp me. My number is in the description. My email is in the description. I'm looking for help on my farm, especially the poultry, and no, especially the other part, the poultry too, yes, but the weeding and the gardening and stuff like that, especially that, I need some help. So let me know, keep an air, whatever, out for me. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you guys for watching the video all the way this far. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.